Hello, today is Friday the 30th of May 2025 and I'm in Canton Uri at Suslihytte, and this morning I climbed up here from Gadman, which is in the next canton over. So Gadman is across that pass, really far down in the valley. It's about 20 kilometers from there. So I got from Gadman, I got up to Steingletscher, which is a lake on the other side of that pass. And then from the lake, I ascended another 400 meters. And then I came over the pass. And then, sorry, there's some kids in the background. And then you get to the base of this mountain. See where the road kind of curves a little bit right there. And then I climb from there. There are two ways to get up here. One is called the Leitenweg, which is like the ladder way. And then there's another way that doesn't have ladders, but it's much more exposed. I mean, ladders are exposed as well, but this is exposed in a different way. And I didn't want to do the ladders because they said, first of all, there are still sections of snow there. And I have a really heavy pack. It's like 17 kilos, and I don't like to go up ladders with a heavy pack because it destabilizes me. So I went down the normal way, and I think I'm the first person to come up that way this year, because there's a lot of snow in really exposed sections and there are no footprints in the snow. So I was the first one to break through that snow. And yeah, there were some scary bits. Apparently, I was told that someone else tried to go up there but then turned back. I didn't turn back, but I had some moments that were a little bit sketchy. So because it was either that or the ladders, and I didn't want to do the ladders, so I was like, I'm not gonna turn back. But I also wanted to show you, there is Tirbergli Hütte, and I've been there. And some years ago I had this fantasy that I'm gonna cross from Sustenpass in towards Voralphütte. And there's a video on YouTube of someone who did that, and their video looks kind of decent. I mean, it's an alpine trail, so you need to use your arms and it's kind of hardcore, but it didn't seem like completely outrageous. And I've been trying to imagine where exactly that trail might be, and I can't. I've been looking at this saddle here for some time, and I don't get it. Where is that trail? I don't see a trail. I don't understand how you would climb that. Maybe it's on the other side of the pass, because there's another saddle there, but that was also pretty hardcore, and I don't understand where they filmed that. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again. But that was on the bucket list, sort of. And tomorrow the plan is to go to Zevenhütte, which is there somewhere on the mountain. And then on Sunday I go down to Göschenen and I take a train back to Zurich. Today was pretty long because I had to come over this pass from the other side, and it was pretty hardcore. And also, I wasn't quite sure whether I should do this trail, because yesterday night, so last night, I woke up with a fever and I was sweaty, my t-shirt was sweaty, and I don't know how how other people's bodies work, but for me, when I wake up and my t-shirt is sweaty, it's usually a sign of like the flu or something. Like I always have that symptom, no matter yeah. I just always sweat at night when I get a cold or the flu. And to me, that was an undeniable sign that I'm sick. And also the fever, because I had to wake up at night and sort of put on an extra blanket, which is weird because it's June. And my voice was really changed this morning, and I was really not in a good place health-wise. And then I was wondering, like, should I do this hike because it's gonna be on snow, glaciers, you know. It's exhausting. It was like 7 hours today. Yeah, 7 hours and a bit. And I wasn't quite sure, like, if this is a good idea. And eventually I just said, you know, I took some cold medicine and I just thought, let's do it. Like, screw it. And this my cold symptoms have disappeared. And I think because when you climb, you breathe very hard, and this has the effect that it pumps a lot of blood into your respiratory system. And I think blood, I mean, obviously has white blood cells, so if you get like really good circulation, I think it helps fight the infection. So now I feel fine. I mean, my voice is a bit changed, but I feel fine. And normally, like, let's say if I had stayed in bed, I probably by now would have not, like, I would have been in day 2 of a cold, or day, and let's say a cold takes about 4 days for me. So, and I definitely feel much better than day 2. So, I just hope it's not like COVID or something. I don't think it's the flu, because the flu comes on like really strong and it makes you feel very weak. So I just have like a runny nose and my throat. Well, not anymore, but this morning I woke up and my throat was very sore. So, but yeah, maybe you know, like all this blood circulation helped fight that off a little bit faster. We'll see how I wake up tomorrow morning. My voice right now is a little bit changed, but yeah. So it was, I mean, it's snowy and there is a little bit of a wind chill thing going on, especially if you're sweaty, but otherwise the weather today was magical. So yeah, and I took my cold medicine with me just in case, so I'll take some tomorrow morning as well. But yeah, and tomorrow I'm gonna go, I can show you where I came up today. This is the cabin, by the way. It looks really sketchy. I think it's fine if there's no snow, but there's a lot of snow and you can't always see like the geometry of the rock under the snow, so you could make some mistakes when you plan where you know, your holds and things like that. So I came through this valley where it drops off. Let's see if I can get to the edge from there. See, like you can see my tracks in the snow, and there were no other tracks in the snow. Mine were the only ones. So I don't think anyone has used this trail this year, because the cabin only opened 2 days ago. So it makes sense that I think it's not silly that I was the only one. And then you have to get to this section here, and there's a little bit of climbing with some ropes here, fixed ropes. And the side of the mountain is still a little bit covered in snow, so that's a little bit sketchy, because like, where do you put your holds? I don't know, it's a bit weird. Yeah, and I don't want to go back down this same way tomorrow, because I really did not enjoy the snow patches. So tomorrow I'm going down this other way, which apparently also has snow, but it's not as steep. It's not like climbing style. Whoops. Hold on. So it's actually, I'm quite surprised that there isn't that much snow, because I was once at Tierberglihut at the end of June and the entire pass was snowed over, and now it's June 1st and like the snow is no longer continuous, right? So you can see it's patchy. So tomorrow I am going down that path where this, behind this running kid. So that's the plan. We'll see how that goes. And yep. That being said, I brought a book. Tomorrow I'm not pressed with time. I estimate that it will take 4 hours to get to the next cabin. So I'm gonna wake up, take it real easy and read, and have lots of coffee in the morning and just like not stress. Today was a little bit stressful because I did 25 kilometers. But yeah. Okay, that being said, maybe I'll film tomorrow. And see you later. Bye bye.